What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC Comics solicitation discussion videos. And in this video, we are going to be talking about the May 2024 DC Comics solicitations, Black Label, Poison Ivy, and yada yada yada. Let's get started on this stuff. So, we'll see how this month turns out. I actually haven't looked at this just yet, so this is my live reaction to whatever it is we're getting. So we'll go ahead and start out. We have Batman number 147, written by Chip Zdarsky. With no allies, no weapons, almost no hope, can Batman fight back before Zur makes the true devil's bargain? The world is about to know Zur's true power. Him and his new sidekick, Dark Prisons, continues. So, yep, we're still getting the Zur stuff, which I haven't been too keen on, but let's see how it recovers. And this one I saw earlier today. This is a Damian, Black Label type solo series, I suppose. The Boy Wonder, issue number 1. Excuse me. Written by Junie Ba, art and cover by Junie Ba. I'm not too familiar with that artist or writer. The young Prince Damian Wayne was raised to be the heir to the fearsome League of Assassins, to follow in the footsteps of his deadly mother, Talia, and the Demon's Head himself, his grandfather, Ra's al Ghul. But everything changed when his father, the Batman, reclaimed him and brought him back to Gotham City. As Robin, young Damian suddenly discovered he was merely one of a number of princes preceded in the role by his brothers, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Red Robin, and Damian doesn't care to be merely anything. But when his father is forced to leave the city on urgent business and a rash of abductions is accompanied by whispers of a demon stalking Gotham's dark alleys, Damian will find himself battling alongside his adopted brothers, and in the process, learning what the mantle of Robin really means. Visionary writer, artist Junie Ba makes his mark on the timeless story of Batman and Robin, synthesizing the character's complex history into an accessible and heart-rending fairy tale. Okay, well, I'm going to definitely check this thing out. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure some people won't like the fact that the Al Ghuls are fully vilified. And, Ra's al Ghul is kind of a bad dude, but Talia, I feel like, should exist in this gray area. I mean, she, like I said, that's kind of what makes her more interesting. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I am looking forward to checking out. Detective Comics number 1085. I think this is Ram V's run's going to end shortly after this. But another run, I think I found out, is also ending today, which we'll talk about in a bit. The Batman is returned, but his city is no longer the home it once was. A sinister order now governs the shadows of Gotham. An order so precise, so methodical, that there is only one thing that can combat it. What is this one force? The singular thing that could undo order, even if you were told you would not believe it. In fact, you may think it's a joke. Batman and Robin is once again back again. As you can see, you got Flatline there. You have them teaming up to fight all sorts of different things. Let's read the description. Who will be Gotham's true protector? The people of Gotham will decide. While his father fights for his life, Damian knows Shush's secrets, and it's only created more problems for him as a high school student and as Robin. Can the dynamic duo find each other before it's too late? This is very, very vague. It doesn't really tell us much about the story, but again, solicitations are often misleading, or they don't always accurately represent what's in the story. I've seen prime examples where it's so and so appears in this thing and they don't appear in the issue at all. So I'd rather keep it vague. So not much knowledge there. Batman the Brave and the Bold number 13. I still have not read Brave and the Bold at all. I gotta change that. Brave and the Bold enters its second year with 5 tremendous tales. Nightwing and Deadman face the ghosts of the circus, as presented in spectacular, horrific detail by Kelly Jones. Booster Gold allegedly causes a disaster that must be fixed by the Jurassic League. Artemis's quest comes to its stunning conclusions. Batman and Guy Gardner face high strangeness when a UFO crashes in Gotham. And finally, Jason Sean Alexander brings his legendary talents to Batman Black and White. Dun 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 dun. Only time will tell. This is the one right here. Nightwing, issue number 114, The Fall of Grayson, Part 1. Apparently, this is Tom Taylor's swan song on Nightwing. He's going to be leaving the book after this, so that'll be kind of interesting. I just wanted to tell Nightwing's greatest story yet, the culmination of Heartless sabotage. Finally, we are getting the conclusion to Heartless. Climax when Nightwing loses ability to leap, when Nightwing loses his ability to leap, impeding his duties to be the superhero we know and love. So finally, 10 years later, we are coming to the conclusion of the Heartless storyline. This is supposedly Tom Taylor's last stint on Nightwing, and I'm glad it's going to be a 5-part thing. So basically this year, we will finally finish the Heartless thing, and thank goodness, because this thing is dragged on for far too long. We're finally reaching the conclusion to it, and then a new creative team will take over. I have no idea who's going to be taking over Nightwing once Taylor's done. I kind of would like somebody like a Tomasi to come back on the title, or maybe a Jeremy Adams, I think would be pretty good. So we'll see how that turns out. But finally, we are at the end of that. I'm glad they're finally going to wrap up this Heartless storyline. So that's good. This is going to be May, obviously. Poison Ivy, number 22. Part 1 of the 3, the explosive climax of year 2 of Poison Ivy. So it seems that this is going to be the finale to the Poison Ivy series before they really start relaunching titles in the second half of the year. I'm sure they got another event or something coming up too. The end times are upon Pamela Isley. The rotten seeds she has sown across America have come to... or as I said, come to roost, and her greatest enemy has torn himself from her flesh. With the verdant villainous on death's door, is there any hope for the rest of the world, or has the reign of Dr. Jason Woodrue, the Floronic Man, began? Only time will tell. And then we have Harley Quinn right here. Teenie Howard. Drawing, laws, etiquette, common sense. Who needs them? That's right, you finks. I'm continuing my greatest higher education motivated research assignment to date, being bad. And if that wasn't enough, getting schooled for you, one issue, my collegiate best friends for life and always, Grace Ellis and Hannah Templar, have joined forces to tell the true story of the time I dreamed I was sent back to school. I'm sorry. You'll be calling me Harley Dangerfield by the end of this one, on one account of all the respect you're going to be giving me. Oh yeah, Back to School. That's kind of a fun movie. And we have Selena Kyle right here. Oh, this cover's kind of neat. Court of Owls, Catwoman. Catwoman, number 65, back-to-back Teenie Howard stuff. So Catwoman, the final act of 9 Lives begins here. Catwoman is dead meat with a certifiable cutthroat and cannibalistic cabal of criminals converging on Catwoman. God, say that, all C words. The feline femme fatale finds herself searching the ends of the earth for an ally in her struggle, but first she'll have to escape from her current predicament, a deadly black site prison. Well, she's Selena Kyle. She'll find her way out of it. I'm surprised Catwoman's gone on for 65 issues, because some books I figured would keep going have kind of wrapped themselves up. Next up, we have Birds of Prey, or there's Babs Girl, there's Cass in the Batgirl suit. I feel like at some point, like, they gotta, like, just let there just be one Batgirl, maybe, at this point. But hey, it is what it is. Like, I mean, I'm sure that's confusing in the field. The Birds of Prey have one mission. It's protect Barbara Gordon at all costs. Obviously, in the most recent issue, they've talked about how Barb was the reason they kept her off that mission was she was going to die. And that mission is not going great. Diner team search for Barbara in the strange new world that seems specifically designed to trip them up. Many mysteries lurk in the dark of this world, and some of them don't even want to kill you, probably. Okay, what do we have here? Outsiders number 7. Written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. Title, Redacted. A requiem is held for a fallen friend. The guide is open, and the truth of the world is revealed. So, no clue what any of this means. So, we'll just move on. Red Hood, The Hill, issue number 4. So this is like a 6-issue Red Hood miniseries written by Sean Martinbrough, art by Tony Akins. Jason Todd has gone through a lot in his life, death, and life again, from his time as Robin to his time as a villain to his adventures as an outlaw. Red Hood thought he'd run Crowbar first into almost any scenario unimaginable. But now, as monsters, both literal and figurative, stalk the streets of his home city, Red Hood finds himself up against the impossible. Does Jason stand a chance while the things heat up in the hill? Only time will tell. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Okay, just kidding. Next up, The Penguin. Issue number 10, written by Tom King. The fire in Gotham turns to inferno as chaos spreads in the wake of Penguin's return. No one in the city is safe from the bird's wrath, not least his own children. How far will Penguin go to regain his crime empire? How much blood will need to spill? You ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, next up we have Batman Dark Age, number 3 of 6, written by Mark Russell. As a Robin rises from the ashes, Bruce Wayne discovers he may wield more power without a mask as he re-enters society to rave reviews. But when ambitious Carmine Falcone takes over Gotham with the help of his false-face society... Oh, they're bringing false-face into this. Batman realizes the only way to win the war is with allies. Will the next generation be up to the task, or is Gotham doomed to continue living in this dark age? Okay, so the House of Brainiac event, obviously. Oh, I like this cover right here. Written by Joshua Williamson. Action Comics number 1065. House of Brainiac Part 3. Superman and Lobo have had their hands full with Brainiac's Lobo army, so it's up to Supergirl and Connor Kent to stop Brainiac himself. It's an impossible battle, but they are joined by some unprecedented and deadly allies. Well, it looks like it's going to be Lobo. Superman, number 14, written by Joshua Williamson. House of Brainiac Part 4. Ding, ding, ding. Superman and Lobo fight. The partnership was shaky at best, but now it's exploded. Lobo has betrayed Superman, and it's on now. Even if they stop punching each other long enough to save the day, it's too late. Brainiac has what he needs, and the Brainiac Queen is alive. Huh. Okay. Alright, there we go. Power Girl, issue number 9, written by Leah Williams. Hey, Power Girl, come out to play. With the Zarnians seeking control of Power Girl's Metropolis neighborhood, Crush offers herself up as a diplomat to reason with her unreasonable relatives, but these aliens are as corrupt as they are crude and decide I'll just add Crush to the growing number of hostages. Can Power Girl save the day solo, or will she fall prey to Goblin and intergalactic biker gang? Oh, there's Amanda Waller. Suicide Squad Dream Team number 3, written by Nicole Maines. No one just gets out from under the thumb of Amanda Waller, and it's looking like Dreamer is no exception, but a surprise part of allies decide to risk it all and play hero, helping Dreamer escape Waller's clutches. Now they just have to escape the plane they're stuck in and prevent a bloody assault on Gamora. Should be easy, right? Oh, looks like World's Finest. Batman Superman World's Finest number 27. It's an implosion of global proportions as Mixie and Batmite flee the dreaded Doomite of the 5th dimension. Okay, well, that was teased in the most recent annual. Okay, Batman Superman has traveled to the 5th dimension to do battle with the dimension of omnipotent mayhem. All this plus the march of the Legion of Doomites and an absolutely adorable weapon of mass destruction in the startling second installment of the latest World's Finest epic. Should be fun. Sinister Sons, which I didn't read the first issue. I'm going to have to check it out. Will the Sinister Sons be digested by the Great Space Whale? Will the Sinister Sons defeat Spaceman Joe? Will the Sinister Sons duel against the pirate sites end in disaster? Get ready this month for all 4-color adventure of Sin and Lord Zod as the boys try to be bad as their dads. Okay, sounds kind of enjoyable. Kneel before Zod. Issue number 5. I have to say it like that. I gotta give a shout out to Terrence Stamp. Phenomenal Zod. In the aftermath of war, General Zod hurtles closer to his dark fate. On the verge of losing everything, including his own life, a desperate and deranged Zod is faced with an all-new challenge. Introducing the Legion of Zod. Wonder Woman, issue number 9, written by Tom King, art by Daniel St. Pierre and Bela Ortega. So, talented artists, for sure. The ultimate test is the Sovereign grips on Wonder Woman's psyche Titan. She retreats into the arms of Steve Trevor. Will their love for the ages prove victorious over the web of Amazon lives weaved in man's world? Plus, Trinity lets the dogs out. God, I can't even read half the time. Okay, what do we got here? The Flash, number 9, written by Simon Spurrier. As the Speed Force glitching causes more chaos around the world, another rogue is gifted with a mysterious power set upgrade, while Linda seeks out the source of the mysterious voices she's been hearing, and Barry reaches a breaking point. I gotta get back onto The Flash. Like, I really liked it when Jeremy Adams was writing it, and then once he kind of left, and then I kind of fell off a little bit, but I gotta get back into it. Green Lantern, number 11, speaking of Jeremy Adams, written by him. How do you move on from the person you've loved your entire life? How do you start over? Carol wrestles with her feelings as she makes a choice that will change her and Hal's lives forever. Meanwhile, Hal faces off against the United Planets, hoping to bring light in its corrupt members and reestablish the Green Lantern Corps once and for all. Plus, Guy Gardner has caught his man, or has he? Things go from bad to worse to exponentially strange as Guy attempts to get his prisoner and himself back to Oa in one piece. Then we also have Green Lantern War Journal number 9, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Lantern Shepard and Kyle Rayner discover the shocking history of ancient Dark Star of the Fen. Meanwhile, John Stewart is trapped in its orbit, trying desperately to save his mysterious new allies from the undead First World army searching for him. Can John prevent them from escaping the Dark Star and overrunning the universe? And can Shepard find John in time to save his family from the mysterious new force now threatening the Earth, the shape-shifting Star Shroud? Only time will tell. Okay, what do we have here? Looks like a Titans thing. Titans number 11, written by Tom Taylor. After a literal deal with the devil, Waller turns things up a notch. With the help of the twisted Dr. Morrow, she has now created an ultimate weapon capable of taking down all the Titans. Can the team survive themselves? Only time will tell, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Shazam, number 11, written by Josie Campbell. The Vasquezes have made the extraordinary decision to adopt the kids. All they have to do is pass a home inspection by the adoption agency, but ever since the gods rebuilt the family home, things have become a bit magical mess. Can they make it through the day without the Inspector running into any interdimensional creatures? Okay, that sounds kind of like a fun, lighthearted issue right there. Blue Beetle, number 9, written by Josh Trujillo. Victoria Cord's new superhero is giving Jaime a run for his money. Just what is Victoria planning? Can the Blue Beetle survive? Okay, looks like we got another Arrow issue right here. Green Arrow, issue number 12, written by Joshua Williamson. This is it. For the last year, Oliver Queen has been on a mission to reunite his family and friends. Can the Emerald Archer overcome Merlin's final master move and get his family reunion we've all been dying to see? Is this the final issue, or is this just a culmination of things? I don't exactly know. Suicide Squad, Kill Arkham Asylum, number 5. This is the last of this tie-in stuff. I don't know if anybody's... I haven't played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I haven't heard great things about it. So, I mean, this is a spin-off to that. So, if you're interested in that storyline... Oh, okay. So, I can read this thing as well. So, I'll go ahead and read it. He may have the sharpest teeth in the sea, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Talking about King Shark, who's been locked away in Arkham, where Amanda Waller has taken an extra special interest in him. Now there's a full-scale riot going on, and King Shark knows Waller is behind it. Can he survive the blood frenzy long enough to figure out her master plan? The prequel to Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes to its epic conclusion. Read the book, then play the game. Each print issue includes a redeemable code for bonus digital doll and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, inspired by the comics with the new Clayface doll, digital, blah, 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 blah. Okay. What do we have here? Batman / Dylan Dog, number 3, issue 3 of 3. So these are longer issues right here. Merciless Christopher Killex is back from the grave and starts to fill Gotham City streets with blood and horror. Dylan Dog and Batman are faced with an unsolvable dilemma, whether to accept the help of the Joker, who could prove to be a key ally in catching the serial killer, but can they really trust him? John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue number 5. John Constantine, his son Noah, and bodyguard Nat have been blazing a trail across the face of America in their double-decker Roadmaster bus, finding themselves on the wrong end of an eruption of supernatural and mystical threats, all thanks to a scattering of dream sand. In this anthology format issue, 3 particularly memorable run-ins with the hitchhikers and drifters on America's roadside come to the fore, but can Constantine add up their meaning in time to uncover who or what is to blame for this rise in terror? Only time will tell. Then next up we have Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, number 3 / Noir Edition, number 3. 3 or 4. May the hour of the devil begin. The harrowing journey through the dark heart of Gotham reaches a fever pitch in this cumulative installment of Raphael Graham's visionary series. Batman's investigation leads him to the deadly lair of Dr. Geist, where his presence is not only expected, but welcome. Their savage fight for the soul of Gotham and the soul of Bruce Wayne himself will send shockwaves through the city from which it might never recover. And elsewhere, the fugitive Krytoon makes a twisted acquaintance that finally gives him something to smile about. Okay, The Batman, First Night, number 3, written by Dan Jurgens. As the voices grip on Gotham tightens, Jim Gordon doesn't know whom he can trust. With monstrous beasts threatening the city, he turns to the Batman for help, but to only stop this reign of terror, Playboy millionaire Bruce Wayne will step in to help guide the investigation. It all leads to a heart-pounding conclusion that will literally set Gotham ablaze. The Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, number 5. Dr. Kirk Langstrom believes the cure for his monstrous alter ego lies in studying the infamous Dr. Jekyll. When Batman accompanies himself to Jekyll's abandoned lab, they're attacked by the ghost of Mr. Hyde himself. The Mystery Inc. gang has a history with the so-called spook, so Batman calls for their help, but like no one told them, they might be facing Man-Bat 2. Looney Tunes, number 278. Release Coyote versus Acme. I'm just going to say that too, because I want to see that movie, but Warner Brothers seems to be like, no, we don't want to have this. We're going to have a tax write-off, even though other people are trying to buy it. So hopefully that movie gets to see the light of day. When a trip to the vet turns unexpectedly sour, Sylvester finds himself on a brand new fitness regime, and instructor Tweety is ready to put him through his paces. Primer, number 3. Having treated the possibilities of her newfound powers, Ashley is ready to take on her new secret identity as Primer. But things go south when her new superpowers draw the unwanted attention of the dangerous Carl Strack, who will stop at nothing to get these paints back. Never heard of Primer, so if anyone's read it in the comment section, let me know what you think. Batman and Robin and Howard, number 3. Written by Jeffrey Brown, on cover of Jeffrey Brown. When the tensions for the group, homework projects, and soccer sessions reach their breaking point, Damian and Howard are assigned a little quality time together to work out their differences. As distracted as he has been, Damian hasn't yet realized that Batman may need help of his own. Okay. Wonder Woman, The Adventures of Young Diana. This looks to be one of those DCY things. The world may not know her as Wonder Woman, but once upon a time she was Diana, the young princess of the Themyscira. Back then, she struggled to find her place on an island deemed paradise by name, but which was to her a prison. Trapped in her role as a royal and shielded from the harsh realities of man's world, Diana yearned for adventure, at least a purpose. So when ancient texts portraying her home's history go missing, she gets both. How far will our hero go to find the texts and the truths they're hiding? Found this exciting story that promises to be a classic for years to come. Okay, so these are a collection of different stories, and this is a crisis. Looks like we're just in the collection period, and yep, these are just the anthologies. So unless I missed something else, that's going to be, oh, the Adventures of Batman Robin Omnibus. I may take a look at that. But yeah, looks like we're basically at the end, and yes, we are. So that is the May 2024 solicitations. The big surprise for me is that Nightwing is coming to a close. I mean, it's the start of like the final arc for Tom Taylor. It seems that Nightwing and Detective Comics are kind of finally wrapping up, like, so their long-standing stories. I assume Batman's going to continue for a little while with Chip Zdarsky. I kind of want to see what he does outside of the Zur-En-Oz stuff, because he did write a really good Red Hood storyline in the pages of that anthology Batman book I used to cover. What was it? Urban Legends, Batman Urban Legends. That was the best storyline in that book. But then as soon as we got to Batman, it's just been Zur-En-Oz stuff, and I just haven't been digging it like I kind of hoped I would. There's maybe like a few issues I liked. I mean, I was a sucker for the Batman Shark Repellent, but it's taking a surprisingly very wacky turn, and sometimes I really love that, like in the vein of the 60s like Batman show. But like the way it's executed, and we also had the whole Gotham War thing, which I think is one of the most universally disliked storylines I think DC has done in many, many years. So I'm kind of hoping things will be good. We also have this Damian storyline. It looks like DC Black Label, so I'll definitely check that thing out. So I'm kind of intrigued by where that one could go from here. Batman Robin is obviously I like. I'm looking forward to seeing how Detective Comics finally ends this really, really long-term storyline. So it looks like Ram V didn't do like any other like. It's all been one big giant story. It hasn't really been a couple of different story arcs and then like kind of one overarching one. It's all really just one big giant thing in terms of Detective Comics. It's been the Orcams, the Orcams, and the Orcams. I'm not sure like how everyone's like. I mean, I've been kind of wanting this storyline to kind of like move along a little bit. I kind of want to go back to kind of basics with Batman for a little while. And I guess that's kind of what Batman and Robin is giving me right now, a more basic mystery and Bruce being a bit of a wholesome dad, so I kind of like that aspect, but other stuff we'll kind of have to like wait and see how it all turns out, I suppose. But yeah, so those are the various issues. I think the one that's the big surprise for me is Tom Taylor is finally ending his Nightwing run and actually following up on the Heartless thing, which I've been saying for time and time again. But it's going to be a 5-part storyline. Nightwing has a beard in this, so I think that's kind of cool right there. Look at that. Yeah, let him have a beard for a little bit. Let's see how that turns out. So that to me is what I'm kind of looking forward to, and just seeing the end of this Nightwing run. And I'm curious to see who's going to take over. Who do you think in the comment section would be a good writer to take over for Nightwing at DC? So I kind of want to see, I mean, he already did it before, which was Tomasi. I liked his Nightwing stuff. But I would like to see maybe like Jeremy Adams take over the Nightwing book. I think that could be pretty good too. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they get somebody really good on the title. I feel like Nightwing really kind of deserves a really good kind of like fresher perspective on the book. Maybe they'll have somebody do some mini arcs or whatnot. Or maybe they'll bring back a past writer at DC. I feel like they might bring in like Tynion or somebody to come back and write Nightwing or whatnot. And who knows, maybe they already announced it by the time I finish recording this video. So, but I am looking forward to seeing the Nightwing run come to an end. I feel like we kind of hit like a stalemate, and it's time to kind of wrap things up. But I'm surprised it took this long to get the Heartless thing in. It's still another 5 months, so we won't really see the conclusion until, let's see, June, July, August, September. Okay, so yeah, so like May, June, July, August, September. So about like September is when we'll get the conclusion to it all. So September, October, and then new creative team will probably take over for that, or they'll have somebody do a quick little mini arc, and we'll then go to a new fresh start at the beginning of the year. So only time will tell. But anyways, what did you think of this month's solicitations? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. Hit that bell for notifications, all that other fun stuff. Like I said, for me, World's Finest, can't go wrong with that. I'm looking forward to the House of Brainiac, Superman stuff. And I'm glad that the Nightwing book is finally like gonna finish up that darn Heartless storyline, which I've been saying time and time again for who knows how long, but it's gonna be the conclusion to all. So that's kind of the big surprise to me. But all right, well, I have rambled on long enough. Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to your channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications, all the other fun stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone. I'll end you on Power Girl because she's kind of cool. All right, see ya.